Hello, welcome one and all on Friday the 11th of December. We are here in our Nova Sports studio with I'm Sean Murak, your presenter for today, but we have Mr. Frager and Mr. Epic in I don't know his username. I'll just call you
Epic Insto.
Yeah, Epic Inso. Yeah, I am right.
It's a
So
pleasure.
both Waterford United players. Hello, welcome. How are you two?
Hello, Sean. We are very good, Sean. Just because you're the one hosting.
Well, I'm glad to hear. So, we have a double header for tonight for Friday night football, ECL football as well. What a treat for you guys. We've got Grove Park Rangers versus Westminster Athletic at 7 p.m. and then at 8 we have AFC Paddington versus Kirkby Town. Two very
Isn't it the other way around?
No.
Isn't it? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Two very strong teams. But four very strong teams. Well, maybe not Paddington, but anyway, we'll find out, won't we? We have Epic Incel and Frager, so let's go to Epic Incel first. Let's talk about the Westminster versus Grove Park Rangers game. What do you think? What do you think of the two teams we have coming up?
Right. Well, on my side, playing Westminster on a Waterford side, obviously I know Westminster's pretty strong. With players like Jasovich and Pierre, he's feeling dangerous. Rye, I haven't really played Rye. I don't really know too much about him. Maybe Frag does, but myself, I personally think it's gonna be a Westminster win. But I think it's gonna be a good game overall.
What about you, Frag?
I think I agree. It's going to be a good game, probably with a West win. It depends, because if they have their front three, Abdul, Jazz, and Ben, because that's when they're strongest. But I feel like they lack a lot more when they're missing one of the three, so it might go the other way. It might go slightly the other way.
Grove Park Rangers for today don't have you just got deported, aka Will Killer 13. What do you think about that, you two?
I think that's already a heavy loss to the side because Will, the most decorated ECL player, he's won it all. He's one of the best players in ECL, and he's just like their brick wall. Every team needs him to be there if they want to play at their best.
Yeah, his experience is definitely vital for there. He is the captain after all. For Westminster, they are currently top of Group B. And do you two expect that to finish that way?
I
think he'll remain. Yeah, I think they'll continue topping it.
And I think the same thing. I think Westminster will be able to pull it out.
And Grove Park Rangers on the other hand, B are a lot in a bit of a competition at the moment, but what do you think they'll qualify for the cup instead of the Vase? They
have the quality to do so. It's just that they have to use it to actually do it. Like anything, it can go either way, but I think they have the quality to do it.
So, do you not think Kirkby will not? Do you think Kirkby aren't strong enough then to overcome them? Because to be honest, most people think it's Kirkby or Grove Park Rangers.
I mean, I personally believe Kirkby. I believe they do have a strong squad. I'm not denying that. But when you have competitors like even Grove Park Rangers, but them and Donegal and even Westminster, I doubt they're gonna be able to make a huge impact. But I'm sure they're just stay middle of the board.
And then, but if you compare their squad sheets, I'd say Kirkby. They have some familiar names, but I feel like they lack a bit of a quality that the latter has.
And for both teams, who are your ones to watch?
For both teams, I would say
for both Westminster and Grove Park. Yeah, go on.
Josh, you go first.
All right. Personally, for me, I'm gonna keep my eye on Ben, just because he's amazing. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. He's really good. And for Rye, I'm just going to go with either one of the Frosts. I'm going to go with Burn or Frost just because I know him.
I would say at West, it's going to be between Jazz and Ben. Jazz, top goal scorer with 8 goals, but then you have Ben, who has 5 goals and 5 assists. Both massive key players for West. And I think that just them two, they'll be standing out together. But I'd say it's going to be hard to tell, but we would find out by the end of the game which one of the two stood out the most. And I would say it would have to be one of the Frost, probably Viv Frost, to stand up for Rye, since Will Killer isn't coming today.
Well, Grove Park Rangers' form lately arguably hasn't been the best, but they did indeed beat Kirkby against they did indeed beat Kirkby 7-4, but they conceded 4. What do you think about that? Especially with Will Killer in this.
And then that must have been a bad day for Will, because with Will in the defense, that's a rare sight. So I'd say that was probably just a one-off. Even though they won, they conceded quite a bit, but I'd say that's just a one-off.
Yeah. And it's not long until kickoff, ladies and gentlemen. 4 minutes until kickoff for Westminster versus Grove Park Rangers. And finally, I want to ask you both about the managers. What do we think about? How do you think the performances, and how do you think they'll be feeling after both teams' performances as managers? Yeah, As You Were and Burner Frost.
Josh, you want to go first?
Sure. For West, I think they have an outstanding team, and I think they know what to do with it. But in my opinion, I think Greta is just inexperienced, and just not that mature as a great manager. So I'll give Vith Frost, so even that's how you say his name, I'll give the benefit here because I have seen him manage before. I've seen him in multiple positions, so I think he'll be pretty better. He'll do well in this game, better than Greta.
I think that Greta is more vocal on the touchline.
Yeah.
She speaks a lot more to the team.
So you disagree with Epic?
I don't know, because she's still inexperienced, but she has her masterclasses. Then you have Burner, who has some experience, and he's familiar with his team quite well. So I think managerial wise, it could go either way.
Well, lads, what are your score predictions? We need your score predictions for today.
All right.
I feel like because you go.
All right, I was gonna say 3-1 West.
I'm gonna say 5-2 West.
Well, we'll find out, won't we? Ladies and gentlemen, your commentators for today will be thank you, lads, for your punditry, expert punditry. But your commentators for today are Matt and Womble. So we'll be cutting over to them, to Stag Road, and we'll see you after the final whistle.
So I believe we are now live. We're here for Grove Park Rangers versus Westminster today. Teams are just lining up to walk out now. I'd like to thank Sean Hill and all the other pundits for their opinions pre-match. We'll see them again just after the full-time whistle. Grove Park Rangers here at Stags Road. We'll be facing Westminster. Two very, very decent sides. This was a game in pre-season. Should be quite alright, and I'd like to welcome my co-commentator, good friend of mine and a former teammate of mine, British Womble.
Thank you. It's going to be an interesting game.
Yeah, so we're just about to see the teams walk out now. And once again, we have full production tonight later on as well with the 8 o'clock game. That's going to be Paddington versus Kirkby. Very, very good. Team's taking quite a while here. Maybe have a delay kick-off by just a little bit. But yeah, it should be all good.
It looks like there might be a bit of a kick clash.
Hopefully not. If there is, then we'll find a solution.
Yeah.
And we would like to announce that 53 Mammy Pro 53 is here tonight. Fantastic striker, fantastic defender, fantastic midfielder. Very, very quick as well. But that's not the point. As the teams come up now to the tune of Faithful and Savia, they're going to line up just on the halfway line. And your referees today will be main ref Cheeto, AR1 is Elias, and AR2 is GKY on that far side. Yeah, my name is Cheeto, and here are your lineups. As for Westminster, they line up with it's either Khaled. I think it will be Khaled in goal. Then your back line is Good Sammy, HTTPS, and that's it for the back line. Actually, centre mids are going to be Duke and Marlow, and then Benedict, Jazovic, and Abdul will be pushing further forward. It's a full strength lineup for Westminster tonight. As for Grove Park Rangers in their debut new kit, which may or may not be able to be worn, they line up as follows. I'm not actually sure who the keeper is. Who's the Grove Park Rangers keeper?
It looks like it is going to be.
That's going to be Heike in goal, it looks like. Yeah, very good. It was great last game.
Yeah, Heike's in goal, yep.
Yeah, so they line up as follows. Heckers, Polino Martinez will start at the back. Then in midfield, you got Kennan, Cristiano, and Sam Frost. Bobby will line up alongside them, and then and Cristiano will probably go up front, actually. So we'll see how that works out. Subs for both teams for Westminster is Nori playing on an account called Cargad. Connors, very good winger attacker. Lost highly rated centre back, got a very high reputation. And Pierre, who was woken up feeling dangerous. We are going to be getting a Westminster away kit now, so Grove Park Rangers can wear their home kit. So sorry if you notice the change in the scoreboard there, we're just lining them up with who's on the actual home team and who's on the actual away team. Not that it matters at all, it's just a neutral venue here at Stags Road. It's a very nice one at that, as we have a lovely sunset above the Merseyside Stadium. So one more just before kick-off, what do you think is going to happen this game? What will be the full-time result?
Well, West have got a very strong side. I reckon they're going to come off the blocks quite fast. They're good at a possession team who like to just play it around. Obviously, they've got their dangers in Pierre. Massive threat to everyone. Massive danger man, obviously. Always on a one-on-one and will miss. But I reckon it's going to be a close game. But obviously, I reckon Westminster are most likely the favourites to come out on top. What about yourself?
I'm thinking probably just the Westminster attack will come out on top for this game. Depends if they can find that balance in midfield that they had against Donegal last game. So, see what happens. That was a very good game, by the way. Ended 7-4. Top scorer coming into this one is Jazovic, by the way. Marlow yet to score his first goal for Westminster. We'll be looking out for him tonight.
I reckon Marlow's going to be a massive impact into this game.
Yeah, he was an off game as well. And we're off here as the time starts. Westminster Grove Park Rangers live on Nova Sport. This is your 7 o'clock kickoff. Plays out wide to Cristiano Sanchez here. He tries the little flu ball, but HTTPS has got that covered. Just on the left hand side there.
As we expected, really sharp start from Westminster.
Trying to get through here. Might be possible.
Ball into the box.
For Benedict into the box, not quite.
Marlowe's looming on the edge of the box though. They don't pick him out, and it's a cross ball.
Lovely ball in just across the face of goal. Benedict in the middle. Abdul goes for the shot instead. It's a fantastic goal. And he will get the assist. Well, Ben.
As expected.
But, yeah. It's a fantastic goal just from the outside there. Lovely finish from Abdul there. Just took the first time shot on. Maybe the keeper could have done better. Who knows? We'll have a look at it full time.
And we kick off again. 1-0 on the scoreline. Gray Park will come down on the right hand side.
Sorry about the position flying
they can get
in front of the camera there. It's a good tackle in there.
Marlowe gets the ball out wide, whether he reaches it or not.
Just a throw in on this far side for Westminster. Was up talking to Duke, and it's a lovely header off the bar from. I better believe that Welsh Kamalo gets to it, not quite. It was Kennan to clear that, his fifth on this near side. He's a very prolific goal scorer this pre-season, his fifth. It's played up to Bubbly, who can't quite get it. Duke is going to go on this far side now and try. He did slide the ball inside there. It's through to Jazovic, but cleared out again by Ruler.
Duke receives the ball back.
Not Ruler, sorry. Yeah, that would be Hackers, sorry.
Tries to play a free ball. It works.
Oh, it's a misclearance by Semfrost there.
And it's going to be snuffed away by... Oh, no.
Surely out by No Martinez. No, Jazovic with a shot on the goal. Failed clearance too,
Will they fair play it?
See if there's even a request to fair play. There's nothing from Grove Park Rangers there. They're just
no request. Clearly, you can see the keeper was lagging there. No, there's no appeals from the Grey Park.
Yeah, a bit of a shame that because we could have a close contest yet. But Westminster's attack prevailing as expected. There's Marwin that now just sitting in front of his defence there, playing a little short pass. Through to Benedict yet, who can run through the middle. He's threaded it through now. It's Abdul on this far side. Can he get there? Yes, he can. It's a shot and it's 3-0.
They're making it look too easy.
Far too easy for Westminster. This defence is not up to scratch.
Grey Park look like they've just only been made in a day.
Doesn't look like it's not really jamming at the minute, is it? The defenders just doesn't look like there's any communication.
No, there's such high hopes for this team. They're obviously missing Will Killer in that defence.
Yeah, and we were talking about them pre-match. I think Fragger mentioned him, one of the best players ECL's ever had. Definitely the most decorated ECL's ever had. As Bernard Frost intercepts that one, plays it into midfield, but it's a slide tackle by Marlowe. Out wide to Benedict, who plays a 1-2 with Marlowe. He can play another 1-2 with Benedict. Sends him on his way. Bernard Frost has got issues. He has to cross into the box. It's a touch, and it's a great save by Heike.
And away it's only goes to Duke. He shoots, misses. No react again.
Duke's missed a shot again. Maybe now. Not quite. It's come to Jazovic.
Another
great save. Can fall for the rebound. Not quite. More dribbling in there. I don't know what's actually going on. And Bubbly doesn't clear it.
Here.
It's not a Marlowe, but Bubbly's definitely going to get that one. It's launched up the pitch to Cristiano Sanchez to chase, but Jesse's easily going to have that. Flung a bit forward there. If that ended in a goal, I think there would have been a bit of a process. There's no Martinez in midfield. Fails to pass to Bubbly. Silly by no Martinez as Bubbly dribbles out wide.
Probably he's looking for a pass. No option.
Yeah, there's an overlap on the left hand side, but he's not come forward
He
enough.
plays into the
Fuff somehow wins that ahead of about 3 players.
Poor choice of
Jasper's going to get the
passing
touch. It's a terrible, terrible challenge by Bernard there as he tried the
And
interception but didn't quite
He's
work.
running on the right hand side for Westminster.
Benenton in the
Will he
box
go for
now.
the cross? He does. And it's back out from the
It is
defender.
a good
Back straight to him.
Low crosses not working so far today. We've had a few really good goals, but most of them are just coming from sloppy
And he
defending.
just pushed it out.
Surely that was
It
out.
looked like it was
GK
out.
says no. Yeah, that's a tackle from No Martinez.
Ball comes
Still in from
falls to
Iben.
Marlowe.
Well won.
Open
Marlowe takes the shot on. Oh, there it is! In off the keeper. Marlowe 4-0 gets his first goal for Westminster. Fantastic from the defensive midfielder. Only came in last game, but it's a fantastic finish. Unlucky from Heike there as he dived, saved it, but
Unlucky from Heike.
the deflection went into the side
He
net.
was kind of blocked. His view was kind of blocked from all the players jumping in the way.
Yeah, it's a shame when that happens.
Well, it looks like they might be losing Heike here.
Subs are coming in now as I believe one of their centre backs have left. So Liam Gallagher's going to come on the pitch. Not quite the Liam Gallagher that we're thinking of, but it's still Liam Gallagher. It's another GPR kickoff. Can he launch some kind of comeback, or will this Westminster defence prove a bit watertight? You'd hope so, especially with the quality they got back there, but one lapse of concentration and we never know. Launched up the pitch. It's a missed header by HTTPS. It's going to launch. Going to run through, sorry, all the way to Jesse. I think that was HTTPS with a side pass there, just to Duke. It's a good ball down the line, and Abdul gets there.
Right.
He's playing it through now to Jasovic to run on to, but he's actually going to get him his own ball himself. Not sure if that was intentional or not, but he's on his left hand side now. Crosses with the right foot. It's into Jasovic, nearly gets a touch on it. It's just about cleared away, but not for very long. It's a terrible tackle. What's that defender doing?
Try.
Sam Frost, that was awful. It was an awful cross as well. That then just to chip up to the far post.
Straight back to the defence and into Marlowe's possession. Plays a through ball.
Jasovic. Marlowe with another shot. That one's bouncing and easily claimed by Heike. It didn't quite get the power behind it. Didn't quite get maybe the contact behind it soon enough to catch the keeper off guard. One man that's certainly not going to get caught off guard is Jesse's straight on there. Benedict in the middle, up to the left hand side. That's bounced all the way to Benedict. GPR needs to start winning these second balls.
They need to be marking the wings because this is where the main attack is coming from.
Yeah, and that Frost is not very good either. Yeah, it's another E tackle by them. Still doesn't work.
Goes to Marlowe.
It's a high chip pass up to Marlowe. He gets a touch ahead of No Martinez, not before long.
And now the break.
For a good win by No Martinez. It's a 3-on-2 here if Duke can't get back.
Ball.
Surely he needs to just play something to Cristiano bench again. He's making a brilliant run on that far side. Said he tries to switch, which good Sammy doesn't win. Just the second time of asking. That's through to Duke. It's a through ball to absolutely nobody. Maybe misclearance by Semfrost. Semfrost should have the pace over him, and he does. It's a fantastic recovery by him. Bubbly's got space on his right hand side.
He's running out of stamina.
It's GPR in the blue and black, by the way, and Westminster in the peach colour. Kind of like have it as a away kit. Just headed away by Sammy there. And that might be a GPR throw. The linesman has kicked it back into play, and now it's a throw.
Bubbly with the throw. He's throwing it deep. And it's cleared away again.
Cheetos going to get him away here a bit. There's no match here that looks for Bubbly over the top. Good tackle, HTTPS, off the throw.
Westminster so far have mainly the possession.
Yeah, you'd expect that, to be fair,
Oh, fuck.
with their possession up front. Benedict on this right-hand side still. Bubbly's going to win that one. He can play it up to the frost, but it was a good, really, really good win by HTTPS, just knocking it out of play. Just up to striking in the centre there, and Marlo's got the overlap on now, as we saw them doing so many times in the Sonic campaign, which Wombo was a part of for one season. It's into the box by Marlo. One on the edge of the box here by Benedict. Nearly a shot blocked. And now Matt here, that's
But they need
clear.
to take their chances here.
3-on-2 now. They absolutely need to take this one. Is Bubbly. Can he find the through ball to Cristiano Sanchez? He needs to look up. He really, really needs to look up and play that one earlier.
He needs to draw that defender.
Still going down the right hand side. He needs to play this. Heads of the way. It's very good there. Can Bubbly win it now? Won by Duke. He's got that strength and the power in midfield. To be a real powerhouse for Westminster. Box to box with Margot sitting in behind.
It's just poor from GPR.
It's a through ball. Can Cristiano Sanchez get on the end of this? Oh, nearly. Good reflex save by Jesse. It's going to be a shot in now. Oh, what a save, top corner. That was Kennan, I believe, with a shot. Yeah, it was just from the edge of the. There's no mass here. There's now. GPR building a bit of momentum. Westminster got players back. Can he find Cristiano on the right hand side? I don't know what he's done with that. Second win by Kennan. No mass here. They've got a lot of work to do to get back. Benedict wins that one in midfield, as he so often does for Westminster. No matter here, it's just with a little reach just to good Sammy, who can launch it up the pitch. Semfrost should get there. He does not. We're just for a second, but possibly going to be won by Abdul on his left hand side. It's a chip ball, and it's an awful tackle by Bubbly. That's going to be a
just
foul.
Frustration there from Bubbly.
Yeah, very, very late. Should probably be. I think he'll get away with a warning just because of the game situation, but it's actually a yellow card. It was a poor tackle, to be fair.
Well, it's taken quick, but no one's there to try and take it. Great ball from HTTP. Tries to get the shot away, but no luck. And that's half time, with a score 4-0 to Westminster.
So yeah, half time here. We're doing very well so far in the coverage for this. Westminster 4-0 GPR. At the moment, thoughts in the first half, Wemble?
It's been mainly just all Westminster, as we predicted before the kickoff. But GPR slowly coming into the game at points. They just need to take their chances and look up. It's not easy when you're playing a team that has got good reach. You've got Abdal, Jetovic, and Gassami and HTTP who can actually reach you when you're trying to do anything in attack. But it's just all going one way out so far.
Suppose we saw a bit of momentum from GPR at the end of the half there.
Yeah, they came in late of the game, but they need to be on that from the start of the second half. They need to be getting into that Westminster defence, or they're just going to struggle all game.
Well, they have got kick-off for the second half. And as we mentioned with Sonning before, we always went for second half kick-off, because when you speak to your players at half-time, send them out there. It works wonders. Ironically, that's being used against Marlow here. intentional or not, but we're going to see what happens in the second half. Possibly a bit of GPR momentum could get them back into the game. 4-0 is a very hard scoreline.
So far, it's just been just a one-way fest. Bubby looks like he's going to try and make a sneaky run in behind on the right side for Grove Park.
Yeah, near side on the camera there.
But with the attacking three of Westminster, you can't have the defenders pushing up their field. So they're always, they're just going to get caught.
It's an interesting point that actually can GPR afford to send the defender up front, maybe with someone else covering. I think they can push up the pitch a little bit, just needs to get back in time because it's a front three which you don't see many of in ECR nowadays. Yeah. But we're just going to see what happens. It's an early run.
Attack.
It's very good.
They've missed it up here.
It's Bubbly on the right hand side now. We can shine over past Duke. Duke backs off him a little bit there. He's just going to try and run towards the goal rather than the man. Bubbly hustling and bustling. No. It's nearly a fantastic side challenge. And there's this fantastic side challenge by Marlowe. It's going to be won by Bernard. It's a shot from distance. Just over the goal of Caledon for the second half. Any other subs for the second half? No, there isn't. Everything stays the same for now. Though we might see lost maybe Connors. Nordy's also on the bench. Pierre and Jesse's just go off for Caledon, of course. And a reminder, Westminster are shooting from right to left for this second half. Cristiano down this left-hand side. In the blue and black, new kit made by one ball of GPR. So lovely kit, to be fair.
Released yesterday.
Yeah, and that's out for the throw in for Westminster. That's poor by Cristiano. Maybe because they kept it in there and found a man in the middle. They're getting about 4 forward now on GPR. We're just going to see how that plays into the shape of the defence because they don't have any cover, but it's a good win there by Semfrost.
They need to look up.
We'll give them that one. Probably been the worst play of the game so far, Semfrost, but getting better by the second. Can he win this one against Bubbly? It's a tough battle for him. It's elastical by Bubbly. Not Bubbly, sorry, Abdul. Getting them too confused now. As Bubbly switches to play. Is it Cristiano Sanchez? A good header by Good Sammy. Now wearing his mask, controlling the virus. Liam Gallagher's got some running to do against Jasovic. It's smart by him. As he plays this in Semfrost, who can chip it into midfield. Marlowe's always going to win that one with that 6'2" body frame. It's going to be Abdul on his left hand side. Marlowe just hesitates a little bit before making the overlap and run. He's going to stay there for support.
Great ball.
The powerful crossing to the box, and Heikki's going to claim that before Benedict can.
I can easily look quick. Poor choice of ball.
It's worked though for Frost. Can he win the second ball from Good Sammy? Not quite, because Good Sammy just jostles him and gets the ball in the end. Marlowe in midfield now trying to play a lovely through ball to Jasovic. If he can win this ahead of Liam Gallagher, he'll have the sprint speed over them. Maybe not the stamina, but he does get the first touch ahead of him. Oh, it's a good tackle, good recovery tackle by Liam. Cross is still on though. It's into the box, it's deflected off someone. Someone's pinged off. Oh, it was 53. Never mind.
Well, it's obviously going to get that here. He's going to pass it back. No. Yes, he does.
It's on the line.
Good choice from Sammy.
It's on the line, just out. Not sure if that was actually out, but ref said it was. We can't really see on this near side. Of course, the camera here is just opposite the tunnel.
It's Iben on the ball. He passes to Marlowe. He's looking for a free ball to Jasovic. It's a pass back to the keeper, but the keeper was AFK for a second. Oh, and that's a pass back. That's what happens when you go AFK as a keeper.
That's awful. It's going to be an opportunity now.
What has happened to Heikki today? He's having such a mare.
It's an indirect free kick here.
Jasovic, all eyeing up this. indirect free kick. Where it looks like Jaskovic is going to be the one to play it.
Of course, this one's a bit too close to goal for the ball to be anywhere near off the goal line.
It's a bit unfair on Heike here because he's going to be stuck behind the goal line with that free kick. Ah, great goal. Well played by Marlow there.
Awful defending. Poor from the keeper as well. He's had an alright game. But that's entirely his fault. GPR have another chance to attack it yet.
Every GPR attack, they're just met by two other Westminster players. They get past one.
This time it's worked, right? It's a poor ball over the top from Bernard. I don't know why they don't just play it simple on the floor. They don't. I hate to say it, but they don't have the facilities for that big man.
Abdel's coming down the wing. He's looking for a pass through. He goes back to him. Duke plays it across to Iben. Will he reach it?
I think Bernard's going to get there. He's got to stab it over him. Will he get the reach over him though? Well, he will because Iben backs off completely. And it's out for the throw into Westminster. Sammy back to HTTPS. He's got no options on the left-hand side, so he's just going to dribble out. He has got the time and space to do it, and he plays just a hoof ball anyway up to Jazovic.
Great ball. Lovely passing. Ben's going to look for the cross. He gets it away.
Into the box.
Duke in the box.
Oh, it's a volley by Duke and a great save by Heike. Corner ball for Westminster. That was a fantastic diving save.
I expect Marlow to be
from
taking
the header. Not the header, sorry, it was a volley.
No.
Marlow always has a good delivery from corners.
It's Iben to take the corner.
Yeah, but so is Iben though.
You got Jasovic and Marlow in the box. Duke on the big end.
It's a medium ball in. Is it going to fall? Yeah.
Oh, we got a fan run onto the pitch who just goes Superman and flies off. Plays the edge of the box. Lovely ball, but unlucky with a shot. There's just no threat from Grove Park Rangers today. Any attack moving forward, it's just snubbed out by the back three of Westminster.
Plays into the middle to Duke. It's a lovely little through ball. It's Abdul entered in the box now. Jazovic arriving, Duke arriving, Marlow arriving. He goes alone, does Abdul. It's a fantastic finish into the side net. And
bit south.
Westminster had 5 players there. And I think that's a hat trick for Abdul there, sorry.
As expected before the game, as we said, Westminster all over Grove Park Rangers.
It's just been poor from them today. And that kick-off sums it up. Rule has come onto the pitch now. It's just out for the floor and he's not yet being kitted. They've shirted in the pants, which sums up the GPR performance today. He's now wearing pants on his arms.
And it's Duke's coming off. Duke's being subbed off for Westminster and being replaced.
It's going to be Connors to come on. That's the red hair man who's just entered midfield wearing quite a similar shirt to the GPR home kit, unfortunately.
Hopefully Westminster kit him, whereas if they score it won't be counted.
It's another Westminster throw. Marlow gone a bit far up there. Not sure if it'll be punished or not, but it's won by Abdul, who takes a shot on, and that's 7-0. GPR have been absolutely mauled today, which is really surprising. Because they've been very good against teams like Donegal, especially just before this pre-season tournament, especially in friendlies, but they're just missing that midfield threat of Will Killer today, who really creates.
Yeah, Will Killer's always a massive threat.
Always did the dirty work for GPR. They just haven't had that threat today. So kick off to Sam Frost. Can they get something going here? Can they get a little goal? It's a through ball. It's a bug with Marlowe's coming across. It was a poor slide challenge by Marlowe. I don't know why Cecil didn't let the cross go in. But it's going to be a free kick just on this near side for GPR. Can they get something? We enter the 85th minute. Here we're just 5 minutes away from analysis and preparation for the next game.
If I was taking this free kick, I wouldn't whack it in high. I'd whack it in with a shot, curling across. But it's a short ball to the edge of the box. But obviously, the ref didn't beep. Or I'd whip it in round the back of their defence and have someone on the back post come running in.
It's a high ball in. Oh, it was nearly headed there, but a good switch by Marlowe will win it. No Martinez could get to the second ball, not quite, and now it's a 2-on-1 against Liam Gallagher for the Westminster attack. It's going to be a 3-on-1 here as Kane drives forward.
It's Kane. No,
he's got Kennan chasing back, to be fair, and it's a shot from Iben as Westminster make it 8-0. Fans shouting, "We want 10." It's going to be a really hard game for the ref because he's had to record all the stats for 8 goals with assists as well. I'm not sure what punishment Marlowe got. I don't know if it'll be a yellow card for one, but I doubt it'll matter too much. It's taken by...
It's taken too long.
Kenner. There's no urgency in this GPR side. They are 8-0 down and just giving up, really. We do have 5 minutes of added time. I've seen it happen before. Womble's seen it happen before. Can it happen? Probably not. Awful tackle by Burnett. That is pure frustration. That might be... You could call that a red card, honestly, but probably just be a yellow at this stage of the game.
Oh, it's 5 minutes added on. But if you look the way Westminster are up the field at the moment, they've got 2 back in Sammy and HTTP. They're dragging Grove Park Rangers all over the place, trying to find space. And Marlowe's just been left to just wander into empty space. The ball comes in, goes across. Jamfock wins something for once. He needs to be smart here. He's got one open on his left.
It's a great slide tackle by Sammy, but that's going to end in a foul. It's getting a bit feisty towards the end of the game yet. Maybe boys are trying to look.
He should have played it early. There was 2 players that were free for him. Poor decision to try and take that extra touch.
Semfrost in midfield is going to be on this one. Connor's just trying to get in front of the ball. It's only warning for good Sammy to win the ball, to be fair to him. Not stopping an attack either. Semfrost has played an awful ball. That's not going to work.
Marlowe sweeps it up, but fails to get it up.
Not quite as Bubbly gets there. Oh, it's dangerous across the box, but HTTPS gets the touch on it. As you'd expect him to, very solid centre-back. Plays with him at Rock a while ago, the Albanian. It's another sliding challenge in there by Liam Gallagher. Not undone with the following attack. Jesse needs to stop being a mucker. Just about in, says the linesman and the ref. So it's going to be Iben to win this one in midfield. Semfrost on the attack here as Marlowe wins that back, as he does so often, especially in this game. Been fantastic last 2 games for Westminster, back to his usual form. It's through by Connors into Abdul. It's a high cross to the back post, and it's a volley by Jasovic, and it's 9-0. They might have 10. They might have 10.
GPR, what are you doing? Into the last 2 minutes of the game, it is 9-0. Our Grove Park Rangers are going to be still a team by the end of the week.
Another goal by Jasovic, of course. I remind that full time we will be handing back over to Sean Fraggett and Laurie Wrangler. Just as we come to the end of this game, Womble, I'm also going to ask for your man of the match.
There's got to be Abdog. He's been creating the runs.
So Abdul.
He created some of the great goals in this team so far today.
I think Jasovic, Marlowe, even though he's had very little goal involvement, could be up there. I don't know what Semfrost is doing. He's taken ages with this.
Got himself into space quite a few times and he's cleared the ball. But you've got to give it to Abdul. He's been finding the space, running in on goal.
Yeah, just fantastic by him. As Bernard Frost runs down this left-hand side.
Will they get a chance to get 1 goal on the board?
Across the pitch to No Martinez. Marlowe chasing this one. Yes, again. It's going to be a slide tackle in here. No. Just a simple win by Marlowe and No Martinez passes it. It's a midfield is Kennan and centre of the pitch.
He's running away from goal.
He's run away from goal and then tried to take a shot. I don't know what he's doing. If he wanted to take a long shot and catch the keeper off guard, then why not take it when he was in that position? Why did he take it wide? It just shows off the incompetence of this GPR attack. Without as that's crossed into the box, and Bubbly nearly made me wait.
He's going to shoot here. I know he's looking for the edge of the box. You've got to get a shot.
Plays to the edge to Kennan. Kennan takes a touch.
And
why?
That should be full time.
We do have an extra minute now.
The replay got an
probably from the extra 2 goals. We do advise about 30 seconds at a time from every goal. Crossed into the box by Bubbly. Oh, nearly a goal there as Khaled. Just about claims it at the near post. Look, bounced just before him, so it's maybe a bit uncomfortable.
Westminster get their 10.
Jasovic was meant for Connors, but Iben's going to get there. He's through on goal now. Can Liam Gallagher win? It's a sliding challenge in there.
Connor for a free chance to quickly into the box. He gets in.
Connor with a little clip into the box, and it's just over the bar. Hey, you can take this goal kick, maybe launch a GPR attack. They're not going to get 10 by the looks of things. Fans screaming for the full time. As we just approach 22-8. Another game, just to remind you, in 20 minutes. Paddington versus Kirkby.
Works.
Oh, it's a misclearance by Semfrost there. Oh, it's a poor challenge by Liam Gallagher.
No.
Maybe an advantage here. No, that's awful. That's terrible from Semfrost. I don't know what he's doing. Because that could very well be a red card and leave him gone for the next game. It's just terrible, and there's been more time added.
GPR won't want to concede 10. It's just a big disgrace to their rebrand.
I thought we might have a substitution for this free kick. It's going to be a yellow card for Semfrost to get away with that one. There's a massive cluster of players on the goal line. It's taken and it's in. Westminster do have 10. I'm not sure whose goal that is.
Abdel's goal. Players got in the way of the keeper there.
It's just awful.
Who was the guy on the
10-0
line?
now.
He could clear that.
I think there were several people on the fucking line that could have cleared that. It's just been awful from
And that's full
GPR.
time at 10-0.
They've shown complete incompetence of passing the ball. The only thing to analyse is the goal, so we're going to go back to Sean Fraggett and Ollie Wrangler in the studio now. We'll be back soon for Paddington and Kirkby, an audio analysis from Westminster 10, GPR 0.
Thank you very much, Wumble and Matt. Brilliant commentary from them two. We are back here in the studio, Nova Sports. Fragger and Epic Insel. Hello again.
Hello.
What are your immediate thoughts from today's game?
Works.
That we both pretty much got it completely wrong. With our predictions.
Yeah, your predictions were way off. That was shocking.
I'm surprised
yeah.
of a massive 10-0 leads. It felt like completely all over the place. They lost it. Heads went down. Heads dropped. And they just couldn't lift it back up again to at least get a goal.
Yeah, I mean, it was really just a massacre out there. I mean, in some way to put it, we were both completely wrong. I didn't expect DPR to be that poor, play that poor.
Well, we have a very interesting piece of technology being used for the first time here on the sports, and you two pundits are the lucky pundits to be the first to use it.
Mm-hmm.
And so we want to try to do analysis. Viewers, we're apologising if it's not as smooth as we would hope it would be, but we will attempt to use it. So
when we're ready, I can start using it.
We need to get the heads up from our producer. Let me just sort out my earpiece. Heads up from the producers. Are we good to go? Yeah. We good to we're good to go. So,
you want me to start?
Fragger.
Fragger?
Alright, I'll start then.
Yeah. So Fragger, what's your analysis? Do you have some analysis of today's game?
Yeah, has it shown up for what I just played? I'm pretty sure it has. Are we using the tablet, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. This is very new piece of.
So in this immediate situation, if I just play it a bit again, you see that it's a free ball for Rye. All they have to do is clear it. But I feel like he used the wrong tool. He should have just gone for it. Easy left click low. Even if it ended up to the opposition, it was away from danger. But he didn't. He used right click, which has long animation. And if we continue, he loses the ball and it leads to the goal. And it should have been an easy save from the keeper.
Tidy finish.
It was a tidy finish, but it was an easy save from the keeper. It's from the side, not head on. So he can limit the space. That's an easy save for a keeper to make. But instead he went for the catch. He could have gone for a dive. He could have reflexed. And if he even just dived, even if he moved out of the way from the ball, it would have hit his legs and it would have been out for a corner. So that was just a defensive. That was just two very big defensive errors. First for the clearance and then again for the save, which was a very easy save.
Well, clearly you're not happy by their defending. GPR's defending. We onto the second video we have, second piece of analysis. This is by Epic Insel. I believe you have something to say on this.
Hey, you know it.
Just wait. We're getting their second video up.
Wait a minute. We're just having some technical difficulties.
Dude, I think it's a little confusing, but I got it.
It is a little confusing. They need to get up. They're loading up the second video for you. We're just sorry, ladies and gents. We're just loading up the second video. It's just giving up. Give us a bit of time. Just uploading, yeah. And it's uploaded. Okay.
All right.
So, Epic Insult, use it. Use it however you want.
Will do.
Lucky.
So here we got passing back, all this. This is just a basic play right here. And GPR eventually gets the ball back, starts running up the midfield. You see here, extra touches. Keep going. You just see how sloppy they are with the ball this game. I was incredibly surprised by how slow they were playing with the ball. Just how these balls that they were not playing. You can see right here. You do this again, the better color. Right here, he has 2 options, maybe even more because you have out here. But more importantly, you have right here past the Bubbly. You get past the Semfrost. Either both would probably get him out of this situation. Let me figure out how to erase this. That is taking too long. So, Control Z.
Yeah.
Oh, that's better. Okay. So as you keep going forward, they eventually they keep winning the ball in the midfield, but as you can see, he does make the good pass over. But it's a little too far. They have that problem in this game, they haven't been making the right passes. They take a shot. And I really don't think there's need to be any more analysis than that because, as you can see, they played a great ball over, but they're just not taking the right touches and they're not taking the right shots. As you see there, let me go back a sec. He has so much room right here to make more than just that shot. And it was just, in my opinion, it wasn't the best of ideas to take that shot. As you can see, either take the other touch, go out here, play a ball to this, where you can move it into the box for a header. Or even something else, because he still is Bubbly all the way out here. Instead, he decides to take the shot in the top right, and it's an easy save for the goalkeeper.
Wow. Very interesting analysis from both of you. Thank you for that. I hope the viewers enjoyed that. Our new touch screen Nova Sports pad. So yeah. So we've heard their reaction to the Westminster versus GPR game. We are now at 8 PM. We have AFC Paddington versus Kirkby Town, which is again a very interesting matchup for both teams, and it is a very big game for Paddington here. Frager, what's your immediate thoughts on both these teams?
Well, with having Paddington compare their squads, the size of the squads, you can see that Paddington have they lack players. They lack players. If you look at all the squad sheets, they have significantly less. Probably half. They have almost half as many players as Kirkby and Rye, which does make a difference in the long run, depending on player activity and who you can play and your options.
Yeah.
So Paddington have, I don't want to say they have that many standout players. They have Herbelza in on loan, which I think would probably be their star player here. Maybe even Distinctive Lag, or probably just one of those two. And then if we go over to Kirkby, you have a much more fuller squad. You have some standout names. You have Telly, on the wing. You have Luke Oblak in goal.
Is Telly not a fullback?
Yeah, but he likes running up the wing.
Ah, yeah.
And then there's some familiar names, but I don't want to say. I'd say Kirkby have more. They possess more quality, I would say. So I think it'll be a very one-sided game.
Epic and Cell, what do you agree with him, or what do you think?
I do agree. Kirkby does have a greater lineup than Paddington. Now, I wouldn't go as to say maybe a 10-0 deficit as the other game was, but I'd like to see some challenge. But obviously, you could see Frag was right. As you can see, Paddington doesn't have as great of a lineup as Kirkby. They really don't have that many names. You can tell these guys are pretty new, in my opinion, besides Rebelza and Distinctive Lag. And Kirkby has Destroyer Joe, who played on Sonning, and he was a great left back or right back, wherever he played, center back. And he played great with Sonning that season. And there's other guys like Oliver, Reese, Telly, obviously all this, and Zentoru, who I imagine will be able to he's not the top goal scorer, Oliver is, but I'd like to see Zentoru play pretty well.
Well, a bit more. Let's talk about AFC Paddington a bit more. Currently in Group B, they are bottom of Group B in 6th, and they have scored 0 goals. And one of the standout results, in their previous 2, is they lost to Yorkshire Athletic 7-0. What are your immediate thoughts on AFC Paddington, and how do you think they need to improve their team?
I mean, I was going to bring up how they have 0 goals, 0 assists throughout the whole team. And I would say today might be the day they manage to get a goal. I feel like it's going to be very one-sided for Kirkby, but I think today might be the day they'll be able to pick up at least 1 goal for their side.
Yeah, that will be a massive positive because they are lacking creativity. What do you think, Epic and Saul?
Yeah, I mean, Paddington. I mean, the obvious way to say it is they just need players. They need experienced players and maybe an even more experienced manager. But I've seen this team play, but that 0 goals and 0 assists is really just horrible. It's inexcusable, But I hope Paddington will get better. I'd like to see a little bit more challenge in this group. But yeah, I mean, right now there's really not much they can do besides pray that they can get some loans in, like Rebelza and some other players, and then also just either just start playing with more chemistry or just either go down more.
Very interesting viewpoints from both of you. Also on to Kirkby, a bit more on Kirkby. If they win, no, is it Kirkby? Yeah, it is Kirkby. Sorry. If they win, they will go above GPR into 3rd. How big of a game is this?
I feel like if Kirkby will come into this game heads high, they will know that it should be a one-sided game for them, and they know they should be able to get the win. If they don't, then I think they'll seriously have to question their ability. They do have Oliver. I'd say that's one of their top goal scorer for them, 5 goals, and joint top assister with 2 assists. He can probably add a lot more to his tally today. And I'm 100% sure they will get the win.
What about you, Epic and Saul?
Frag, you took the words right out of my mouth. I mean, there's no way to put it. I mean, if they don't go into this game with their heads held high and with confidence, they're doing something wrong. But I agree they should be treating this as any other game. But I'm afraid it might just be stat padding for Oliver and Zentoru.
Well, Zentoru has quite a lot of history in ECL. Nothing about his dad, obviously, but yeah. What are your opinions of Zentoru as a manager? Not as a manager, sorry, as a striker.
Well, he's only had 1 goal so far. I'd say that's a bit. It's good enough. It's gotten them to where they are, but so if you look at their goal scorers, Oliver's on 5, and everyone else who has scored a goal is only on 1. And I think he has to compete with Oliver there for those goals. So I think he should look to try and get. He has to stat pad, like Josh said, he has to stat pad this game and try and get his tally up, because he has to be competing with Oliver to show that he is good enough to be their top goal scorer.
Yeah. I agree with you there. What about you, Epic and Saul?
Yeah, I mean, I believe Zentoro will be able to score a couple goals this game. I see no reason why he shouldn't or can. But I mean, yeah, I mean, if Oliver really wants to be also the top assister, he could also help out his buddy Zentoro, get that chemistry going, get the attack even better, than they are right now. But besides that, yeah, that's basically it.
Also, just like to remind you guys, we do not hold the views of Epic Install. Epic Install's views are Epic Installs. They are not Nova Sports. Just to remind you guys. Anyway.
Wow.
Let's get your predictions for tonight's game. What are your predictions for tonight's games, lads?
I want to say that it's going to be a repeat of the game we had just now, a very one-sided, dominant game, just goal after goal, maybe even a higher goal difference. But I'm hoping we see Paddington get at least their first goal of this game, even if it's a long shot from the halfway line.
Yeah.
Okay,
and,
what about you?
I mean, I have to agree. Completely 100%. I mean, I do agree they probably will score more, but being the humble person I am, I'm going to go with 9-0 against Paddington for the Kirkby side.
Well, very interesting. It's going to be a very interesting game. Well, hopefully it's not a one-sided game. We want to see some feisty competition here, but we will see. So thank you, lads, for your punditry for this evening. We still have a bit more after the 8 p.m. kickoff. So we'll be right back after Paddington's game. And we are heading back over to Stag Road, ready for AFC Paddington versus Kirkby. Your commentary team for today will be Elias, Wumble, and once again Matt. So, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll see you very soon.
Thank you, Sean Ruark from the studio, and welcome here to Stags Road for the second matchup of the day between Paddington and Kirkby. I'm here joined today by Wumble and Aussie. Aussie Dog V2, aka Matt. So, what are you guys' predictions about this game? What are we going to see?
I think Kirkby are going to come out on favourites. Well, they're probably favourites going into this game, looking at probably the lineups. But in the last game, I'm not going to make a prediction because I was half right. But I wouldn't say that it's probably just going to be Kirkby on top.
I'd like to say something. Actually, Kirkby are awful. At least they have been the last few games. They were awful in a friendly the other day. They were awful in a league game the other day. Just completely collapsed as a side. They were actually quite decent when they wanted to be. It looks like a really good squad on paper, but you would not believe how much they cannot pass a ball. But you can see the exact same for Paddington. Overall, the players in the squad don't look very good. Overall, the players as a team don't look very good. They're also having troubles with simple short passes we've seen a lot of this season. I think I actually commentated one of their games. Just earlier in the tournament, and that must have ended. Quite a last score, and I remember Westminster beating them 11-0. I think I ref that one. But yeah, Elias, what are your personal predictions?
Well, when I'm looking at the Paddington team, I don't really see like any standout individuals in there. Now that I say that, I see Herbelza, who's actually a very experienced player in ECL. I like his playing style. He's very good with the ball on his feet. He can make plays with just a very few touches. And then if we look over at the Kirkby squad, obviously there's Centauru, Webpile, Black Rose, Magin, and Oliver, of course. That's just a very the squad comparisons on an individual level is so vast. Like there's such a big gap there, and I'm afraid that it's going to be another one-sided game, just like the game before. And here the teams have walked out now. Should we do the lineups? Who would want to say that, or should I go for it?
You go for it.
Okay, so for Paddington in goal, it's 90s vibes, aka Alan. And then they have Dirima, Distinctive Lag, Hobelza, King Sharuski, Mohammed Gepek, and Yoko and Pro King Abdullah. And for Kirkby in goal, they have Tekesh. Then outfield they have Black Rose, Magic Crew, Noob, Oliver, Telly, Vepilings, and Toru.
Who's going to be the main threat of this game, do you reckon?
Probably Xantoru. Xantoru's been a very, very consistent player since season 4. Since season 4, when he was playing for Maidenhead, before he joined Gate Athletic and won Division 2, he was a very, very consistent player even then, and that's why he earned the move from in season 5 to Gate Athletic, where he played a very pivotal role in the title charge for the inaugural Division 2. We are getting ready to start the game here. Our referee team for today is Trido, who's making his second appearance as the main referee tonight, and as the linesman we have Choose Rafa. And Kirkby have the kickoff for the first half. We're just making sure that the goalkeepers are ready.
It's going to be interesting, this.
And we are underway here. Xantoru kicks it off. And they lose the possession already. Oliver wins back the position from Mohammed Gepek. Mohammed Gepek plays it down line. Clears it actually. Telly on the wing now. On the wing like Telly.
Man was on the wing like Telly.
Belza.
Mine is about to be dispossessed like Telly.
To Vepile, who calms down the action a little bit, plays it over the top towards Oliver, who gets a good touch. Back to Telly. Telly
Still on the wing. Wait, Telly.
Xantoru, but decides not to play there. Oliver returns it to Xantoru now. What are you guys' thoughts about Xantoru? Now, as actually don't say, yeah, Xantoru crosses it in towards Majin. Who has the shot? Target, it's a goal! Oh my goodness! It only took 3 minutes, just as the game before. 3 minutes in, and we already have a scorer, and it's Magic Crew with the lovely peach of a cross from Xantoru, and it is 1-0. 3 minutes 25 played, and it's Kirkby who take the lead, and it's a centre back.
Terrible P-roll header there. By Magic Crew, who now plays centre mid these days. As Distinctive Vibes just gets us back on the way, and sorry, we have another chance here.
Distinctive. And it's another goal.
Oh my god.
5 minutes. 5 minutes, and it's Oliver. And the referee's even having a laugh here.
What is he doing there? He was so soft.
I have a bad feeling that this is going to be another goal to forget, another game to forget for this Paddington team. 2-0, 7 minutes played, and Distinctive Lag. Distinctive Lag really living up to his name here.
This is what I mean by he can't pass the ball.
Noob gets dispossessed by a 500 ping Distinctive Lag. Vepile, good pass, composed pass. That's what I like about Vepile though. Like ever since the new tools have came, let's see this chance here. Oliver,
great save.
Great save by Alan here, making up for
another one. Yeah, he's made up.
Just okay. So Vepile has been good ever since the new tools have come out. Like he's shown like unbelievable amounts of progression ever since this planned season 9 tools. Well, now season 10 tools. But comparing Vepile of season 8 to Vepile of season 9 is leaps and bounds. Like,
He's definitely
yeah, I don't understand how someone can go from a Vanarama South level player to Prime Maldini in just one season. And
yeah.
Noob with the ball in the wing has a shot, and
Yeah.
Alan,
Good catch.
Alan
Very good
saves
play.
it.
Little bit.
We saw the keeper saying that he wasn't ready for the first 2 goals, so maybe that was just why he conceded, to be fair, but
Kirkby keeper.
I'm not sure. Definitely that would have been the reason for the second goal. There's no excuse there.
But I mean, it's not the first time in ECL that we've seen a goalkeeper who hasn't been ready for the first couple of shots. Love you, Josh, at the studio. Here is Paddington get the possession here. Dirima can't keep the ball with himself. Back row space to Centauro. Centauro to Noob on the wing. Noob could play back. Sees Oliver.
Good ball.
Good Oliver gets it.
Unlucky.
Good idea from Noob though.
Great ball cross. Just unlucky at the pace of the striker.
And
Such a laggy ball there.
very laggy ball to Black Rose, the former Kirkby Town and South Croydon player. Obviously didn't play any competitive games with South Croydon, but
The way
played
Kirkby's
friendlies.
so open for them right now.
The good thing about Black Rose as well is that like he has very, very good like offensive IQ for a defender. He knows when to make runs. He knows like when to drop back. And the only thing that was letting him down in South Croydon, for example, was just his internet. And it's like very good chance there for Kirkby almost. But as I said, he's reacting to the ball. He's didn't work in South Croydon, and that's why I got let go by Mick, the new manager of Watford. Here is
maybe a chance here.
Dirima
Shoots.
has a shot. That's a blunder. That's a goal.
Poor goalkeeping there.
Dirima scores for Paddington, and it's 1-2 now.
Really poor so far in their goalkeeping.
I'll tell you what, I didn't expect that at all. I was too busy raving about Black Rose and his short but kind of successful career at South Croydon.
It's giving me flashbacks of the 53 Mammy Pro 53 goal for Loch United last night.
All hail 53 Mammy Pro 53. He was matching crew.
It did actually go in this time. Did hit the back of the net through Tekash. It's awful goalkeeping for all 3 of the goals so far. Let's see if we can get any more. Maybe a bit of drama from Paddington's end.
Composed defending there from Distinctive Lag. Oliver throws it in for Noob.
Good ball. Edge of the
Takes
box.
a touch, plays it low to Novell, but fast matching crew on the edge of the box. That's a shot by Alan. Good save.
Great save.
Great save
What a
from Alan.
save. You talk about Black Rose as well, and I might have to be interrupted here, never mind. These are just going to clear this. But you talk about Black Rose as well. Playing in a team like Kirkby, where there's kind of mixed ability, as you'd expect from a team that is just on the edge of Div 1, maybe Div 2 quality. They haven't even found out the division yet, so he's taking a bit of a risk coming in as one of the better players on the team. Will he prevail? Will he do very well? As long as he's just joined us on the line and crossing into the box.
Yeah, but that's a kind of quality of player that Kirkby needs. Is that it is that like long, like it is that like big experience that Black Rose and Centauro bring into an otherwise inexperienced squad, such as let's say Oliver or Telly. They bring in the experience. They played for Centauro's played since season 3, and Black Rose has played since season 5. And we're currently in season 10, so yeah, I mean that's exactly the type of player that Kirkby needs right now.
It's quite a while, and we have to remember though we had the ECL Academy and the ECL attempted final season, which Hacks and all that ran. That would have been a really, really good proving ground for Oliver and Tally. That might be what's got them to the reputation they have today. Some of the most highly regarded players in the league, some of the most active players in the league. who have formed a partnership. I wouldn't say similar to mine and Marlowe's, but something close to mine and Marlowe's if they get to the very top. But when we're talking about stuff like this, you need to be just a bit careful with reputation, so I'm just going to be cut off here.
Paddington had a chance there. Kirkby defense is having a tough time clearing it out. Centauro now. Lags. Herbals dispossesses him with ease.
Bit messy defending and attack there.
And Blackrose's plays back to Tekesh to calm it down.
But yeah, we're going to see how this relationship develops as a player that tries to head it on the ground, which sums up Paddington's defence so far.
Talking of Oliver, by the way, it's good that you brought it up. Oliver's been, in my opinion, so under the radar as a player, and it's a Treader
The ball
classic.
has sunk into the ground.
I thought it was a Treader classic. Treader had us in the preseason where he just said C or F randomly during the game.
Telly the ball. Fantastic. Oh, it's another missed header.
Oh my god, if they get a goal from this.
He shoots, and the keeper.
Keeper's lagged.
No. Oh no. Okay, well, Oliver scored just as I was rudely interrupted by Dino's ECL. But I was talking about Oliver. Oliver's been like hugely underrated in ECL, in my opinion. Like, I know I've only seen limited amounts from him, but he really shows like good understanding of the game, especially in like the playmaking part of ECL.
Sorry to interrupt. It will stay 3-1. Carry on.
Yeah.
So if you look back to Oliver when he started in ECL, that ECL Academy like mini league that they held, he's improved massively from there. If you think back to like him like passing it to no one, empty space, and you can say the same thing about Telly. If you look at where he began, he was a laughing stock of the bloody ECL. He couldn't defend, he couldn't pass. Any player who just like constantly just target Telly because of knowing that he could literally just mess up.
Yeah.
And how far he's progressed with Kirkby and where he's progressed through to today.
Yeah, and that's why the scrims that were hosted, especially in March by ECL Academy, and like even before, like with Alfie's scrims, or not Alfie's scrims, but the scrims in Old Depot, where the likes of Oliver and Telly played,
you'll notice
like they've improved so much just from those scrims and just from like playing constantly in ECL, and the same can be said with let's throw out a random name. Isaiah. Isaiah's become very good as well, just because of that constant grind that they've put into ECL.
Yeah, I mean, like going back to telling over with the ECL Cammy, they're always at the training grounds, like practicing, like showing their worth and
then Chancey, yeah.
Noob.
Great turn.
Defender space it across to Oliver. Alan, good save from Alan there.
Great save.
Rebound force to Oliver. Oliver chips.
What a finish. That is gorgeous.
Jesus Christ, Oliver. That's the second of the match. Just as we were done praising Oliver, and he puts that. Oh my goodness, Oliver. God damn, 4-1, and we haven't even hit 45 minutes yet. Wow. That was a good goal. And Oliver gets a yellow card as a prize for his brace.
That was for the use by Oliver. Just drawing the break of play there. Yeah, we're going to have 1 minute at a time.
Yeah. Dynamo gets a touch, but Magic Crew dispossesses him. Basic Centauro.
If you look at the Paddington defense, they're not following the Kirkby attackers.
Yeah, not at all.
It's just making it too easy for them. Another shot.
For its hat trick. Oh,
easy save for the keeper. Slow shot.
Yeah, he just needs to be a bit more in the corner with a bit more power.
in my opinion, Paddington lacks the kind of character that, for example, Cedric or Iron Jinx was for them before. They lack that like natural leader and the guy with experience, in my opinion, because they don't really have that at the moment.
That's what I was about to say. They need that experience in their team, like someone just to captain them and tell them
maybe a chance.
how to do it. Shot.
Torres a shot. And
just in.
It's a goal.
That's unlucky.
Yeah, that is very unlucky.
Keeper saved it, and it just bubbles in.
Yeah, 5-1 as we go into half time. Just as I predicted, to be honest, very one-sided. I really don't have anything else to say at the moment. It's been a interesting game to watch. Does anyone, for example, Liam, have any comments?
I just think it's just so far from Paddington. I've just been disappointed. If you think back to what they used to be, with actually having names in the team, to where they are now, it's literally just embarrassing. If you think Rem used to manage them, and he actually got them a little bit somewhere, and it's just
before that it was one of the oldest clubs in ECL, but it's now AFC Paddington because Distinctive just wanted to reform and wanted to pay respect, but it's not paying much respect when they're playing like this. I do want to comment on Kirkby though. Fantastic from
fantastic
Oliver this season. Yeah, brilliant to show on a completely different side of the game, which is expected against Paddington, but still some really nice goals in there, especially from Oliver, their top scorer now, who's on 7 goals with him grabbing 2 this game, maybe as an assist or 2 as well. Zentoro's also been fantastic on that right wing role. Got himself a goal and a brilliant assist for the first one, I believe. I imagine even though his goal was quite lucky, being playing very well. So, nearly ready for the second half.
Yes, thank you, Matt and Liam. As we're just waiting for Trido to kick us off, as we have a slight bit of confusion with the players in the center circle right now. Ken being in the wrong spot. The ball gets placed in the middle, and the referee beeps his whistle, and we're on the way for the second half.
Oh, they missed a great opportunity.
Never mind. I think Alan's gone and had a Jason punch, and I think, where is he? Where's Alan?
He's just reconnected. I'd just like to just say that Paddington are just showing too much respect to Kirkby at the moment. They're giving them the space that they shouldn't deserve. They should be in the faces of Kirkby players. But obviously, fresh team, a few new faces in there. They're just showing them too much respect, letting them have the time on the ball.
Yes, and second time lucky, and we're on the way finally for the second half here at Stags Road. A matchup between Paddington and Kirkby.
It's not really a case of respect. It's just Paddington not knowing what to do in most cases, sadly. If they
respect is such that they're not getting into them. They're just like standing off of them.
They need a big experienced name in this side.
Paddington players are just backing off.
They just need to get the ball back and play. There's
and
one
you look
there.
at the attack now. Paddington just got one player, not even in the second part of the field.
Didima. Sees Herbosa make a run there. Magic Groot is possessed by King. Oliver does not get a react, but does the second time. Plays to Kentoru up against Mohamed Quebec. Kentoru. The Usain Bolt, if you remember a couple of seasons back. Mohamed Quebec, really unnecessary clearance there, but better to be sure than to be sorry. Throwing for Kirkby. Kentoru opts to pass to Noob. Mohamed Quebec.
Oh, that's really poor from the defender.
Second touch gets drawn out. And it's Oliver for his hat trick, and that is a very good slot, a very good play from Kirkby. Then Mohamed Quebec caught sleeping. Very unlucky with the second touch, in my opinion. Didn't get the slide correct, and that is 5-1 to Kirkby.
6-1.
6-1 to Kirkby.
Goalkeeper there, just in
Thank
no man's land. He's mixed between two minds whether to come for the ball, and he decided to go back.
And it's the 7th kickoff of the game for Kirkby here. No, Paddington, sorry. Didyma to Habosa. Habosa still Habosa. Imagine the last each tackle there.
Until he would get the ball away.
Great ball.
Oliver.
So simple for Kirkby. They can just play whatever ball along the floor that they want. That's just been up from the centre back to the striker in a massive second. Look where they are now. There's no marking from Paddington. There's no structure.
Noob takes it around distinctive 2 times.
They're just getting headed to total.
Can he shoot? Alan, good save from Alan there.
Yeah, the options.
A very, very good bit of ball control for a
Oh
third
my
time again. Around distinctive. Cross it in. Centauru, who has a shot, Alan, saves Paddington once again. Lovely bit of dribbling, lovely bit of ball control from Noob there. To take it around 3 times.
Kirkby should have scored there. Player was a little bit selfish. He should have passed it across.
Yeah, they really should have. And the
Lovely ball.
goalkeeper plays out to Centauru, or tries to play out to Centauru, but Centauru waits and waits.
Oh, and we got a counter attack.
Good tackle by Telly.
Attack. Great ball goes Imagine. He's through.
Imagine doesn't get the final touch in. Rosa takes her around back rows. Sees a good pass to the wing for Pro King Abdullah.
Fuck me, that's a Lukaku touch.
That's a pedophile's touch if I've ever seen one. Has the ball out wide, crosses it in, and there was an attempt made, let's say that, as the goalkeeper plays it quickly towards Centauru on the wing. Centauru takes another Lukaku touch, plays it out to, I'm not going to say the run of Oliver, because that was definitely not a true ball. Oliver carries it down the wing.
If you look at the other side of the box, the amount of Kirkby players coming into it.
Oliver has a shot from long range, and it's a good catch from Alan there.
This
Yeah,
Kirkby
it's
side
very
is
hard with
showing
it.
that they got something.
Sorry, one ball just was very hard with a dip on the ball there. There's Oliver took the shot on from distance. We've seen him score them early in the game. Why not now? Just didn't quite go. Just didn't quite clear enough to the corner. Maybe not enough power on it as well. He needs to take a few more shots like that, or they can just slide through the defence like they are doing now.
Centauru has a cross in towards the two attackers, and a good reaction save from Alan there.
Good head there by Oliver.
I'm going to say right now, Alan has been the reason why this game isn't 12-0 right now. He had a shaky start. He's had a couple of shaky goals, but he's got the, let's say, the necessary saves in, which some of the other goalkeepers in this league wouldn't be able to get or catch. That's offside, in my opinion. Is it, Oliver?
Surely a goal. Oh, what a save!
Oh my goodness! Can it get a triple save? Oh!
Jesus Christ!
Good save. Good save from Alan there. Holy. I'm not going to talk about the distribution there, but let's focus on the triple save. Oh my god.
Definitely kept that. Where was that at the start of the game?
Lovely 1-2 there between Noob and Centauru.
Centauru should get this.
Centauru against Mohamed Quebec. Cross it in towards Oliver. Oliver has a header!
Oh, there it is.
And that's the 4th goal of the game for Oliver.
Unlucky from the keeper.
The star player of Kirkby right now. And it's a substitution for them to cap off the goal.
I think we currently got no stream feed at the minute.
Oh, and the Paddington goalkeeper's just walked off the pitch into the lookers.
What's going on?
So we've lost the camera feed. There's been a power outage here at Stags Road momentarily.
Oh, it's all right. We have the camera back now.
Oh, okay. So the power has come back now. We've paid the electricity bill, and we're live again.
Sorry about that. Just the ECL funding's not enough these days.
So basically, does someone want to describe the goal that we just witnessed in case the stream missed it?
It might have actually not. So, but it was a cross into the box. I think it was then sort of on the right hand side. A simple header for Oliver. The keeper got unlucky, just dived over the ball instead of, well, into it. Could have done better. The defence could have done better. I'm not sure why they didn't. Just typical Paddington, really.
And it's time for the question of the day. Have you ever seen the timer stop in a football game? I personally haven't. Have you, Matt?
Nope. Absolutely never.
Have you?
Been to many football matches, never once seen the timer stop.
Not even when the game
Even
is
when
finished.
Angelo Gomez fucking snaps his leg because of son a little rat. That's not besides the point, though. We are one goal off it being 7-2, which the last time I saw that was Aston Villa versus Liverpool. So what a midfield.
So very good play from. Oh, it's very unlucky as well as King Abdullah lags out. Or not, doesn't lag out, but lags heavily.
So there's an interrupt. I believe we have a sub for Paddington. King Charzuki has come on for distinctive.
He's on side, but Mohamed Gepek. No! Mohamed Gepek gets the slide tackle in, and the other defender, Nyoko, slides Xantoru after the first slide, and it's a penalty for Kirkby now.
Silly boy.
Oh.
Yeah, I'd just like to comment on the substitutions for Kirkby, sorry. Sudani saving Interleti on for Vepal and Nube, also known as Ken. We're ready to go away for the penalty as long as the Kirkby players stop pissing about. Also, the keeper's going to take this.
Tekesh taking it. Tekesh doesn't have the best conversion rates from penalties from the scrim style I've seen of him. But let's see if he can convert this one against Allen. Referee beeps it. Tekesh.
Oh, what a pen.
That delayed in my opinion. Didn't it?
That did delay.
No, I think he just missed the ball first time.
No, he didn't miss the ball. He kicked it by reacting very late.
It reacted very late because he turned into it very late. It was just weird. It was a perfect penalty anyway. Bottom corner, I don't think there was anything the keeper could have done, and now he's pissing about at the halfway line.
I think that is the second goalkeeper to be registered into the scorers this tournament, with the first being Epic Kinsell or Josh of Waterford United.
Yeah, there must be another keeper who scored a pen, but I doubt it was sooner than Josh. Yeah, any corrections, let us know.
Yeah. But if he is, then he will join a very, very elite company of goalkeepers to have scored in competitive games. King Abdullah. Good pressure from Abdullah there. And Mason does well to win it back to Kirkby. Black Rose is up, so is Xantora back post as Oliver carries it on the wing. Cross it in. Finds Black Rose. Black Rose, can he get to it? No. Good catch from Allen there. Not very good distribution from Allen there, though. As Xantoru wins it back to...
Oh.
What? I think that's a mistake.
Can we just...
That's terrible. He just picked it up. Oh, it's a
he's done a foyer. He's done a foyer.
Yeah, 4 years did get sent off for that, I think. A very long time ago now. I'm not sure many of the viewers will remember that one.
Season.
But it's a red card for King Jazuki. Possibly the weirdest red card we've seen so far.
We haven't seen that in seasons. I think the last time we genuinely saw that was season 7 with Foya. Toru had a free kick.
Maybe sooner than that.
Oh!
They save. Oh, never mind. That's unlucky. He's turned into a goal there.
Allen's
9-1 Kirkby.
Allen's had another goal, another deflection into the goal. I've got to feel sorry for him. I mean, 9 goals conceded.
You have to feel sorry for the little King Chazuki fella who just came on as a sub and handballed it within about half an hour.
Yeah, on his debut as well.
Picked the ball up.
On his debut.
That's terrible.
Stadium.
One in midfield.
In the shoot.
Oh, deflection. Sure, it's a corner. Let's hope it's a deflection after the defender, but she's out. It was a goal kick. Fair enough.
Good pass there from Blackrose. Good bit of vision there. Oliver has an ambitious shot and he goes over the bar. And it's a goal kick for.
Yeah, not enough dip there. It's not the right tool to use medium left. We'll more be looking for maybe a shoot high from that kind of distance. Chance for Paddington to get going. Yeah. Oh,
unnecessary there from Terry.
It's not going to be a red, I don't think. It might not even be a yellow because he did go for the ball. This did stop a promising attack though, so see what happens.
Herbosa lines up behind the ball. I think personally, if you ask my opinion, Herbosa is the wrong person to line up behind the ball. He should be in the box heading it. But
just a warning for Telly. Chiefs will keep in control. Later on in this game, as we enter the second minute of 3 minutes added time.
Exactly, just made a substitution. Telly's just come off after getting that warning for Vepar.
Yeah, Vapau just on then.
So who would you say the man of the match today is so far?
Oliver, by far. As Mason clears it out for a corner.
Yeah, chance for Paddington here. Can you get maybe a consolation goal? Another one this time it won't be through.
Referee is giving a goal kick somehow. I do not know why, but Oliver doesn't seem to mind as his true on goal. Never mind. Tackle by Nyoko here. One back by Oliver. Oliver against Nyoko. Has a chance for Elastico here. Great. Good bit of defending there.
Great tackle. Joe's here, but I don't think he's going to come on in this last 10 seconds. Shot.
Ooh! Blackrose has a shot there and he's a post. Right pile. On the edge of the box. Has a shot. Allen saves it. Forced to Oliver. And it's offside, I think. Oh, full time. Oh.
What are you doing?
That brings me back memories of Trito calling it full time when I was true on goal in the scrim. Anyways, 9-1 in the end. 93 minutes played, and it's 9-1 for Kirkby. I mean, we said before the game that it was going to be a very one-sided game, and it definitely lived up.
Definitely did. Just showed the difference in class between the two teams with them. Kirkby just had all the possession, finding the space, through balls.
Yeah, fantastic. Man of the match, definitely Oliver. Kirkby scored 9 at Staggs Road, formerly Halewood, of course, Kirkby, so must be quite good for them, and it'll be a good momentum boost for them. We're going to go back to the studio now.
No, we're not going to go. We are going to talk about the man of the match here for today. I think, in my opinion, it's got to be Oliver. Such a dominant game, and did he score 3-4 goals? I mean, he was gonna score a 4th goal, but in the end, he didn't. Have any of you got any nominations for man of the match?
I'm gonna have to say Oliver, but I've got this mention Zen.
All right.
Yeah, Zen's and Madge in the front three of Kirkby were very good overall. I think we have to go now.
Yes. Well, that's been all for us here today at Stag Road. Definitely a goal packed Saturday evening here. Thanks from me. Thanks from me here from the commentary box, and a very good rest of Saturday for you guys. We'll go back to the studio.
Thank you both.
Thank you, Elias. Thank you to these three for their lovely commentary. And it's actually Friday, as Elias said it was Saturday apparently. But anyway, Fragger and Epic Insult, you are back. Hello.
Hello
What's the
there.
game? So that was some real high scoring match. But Fragger, you must be very happy about
I was very happy because
About
Paddington
your
got their first
prediction.
goal.
Yeah. So Epic Insult, what are your first immediate thoughts about that game?
First of all, I like to say, hold on, give me a sec. Something just went wrong with something. Hold on.
Oh. Well, we'll go with the
Sorry,
Oh.
something was messing up. No, I got it. Sorry. So, okay, my immediate thoughts, right? Personally, amazing performance by the Paddington goalkeeper. That was phenomenal. And unfortunately, we didn't pay our electricity bill, so we weren't able to capture it, But and then so what I saw is that Pad was very, very poor in their attack today, their offense. Herbelsa didn't have any support on his wingers. But at least you got to see a goal out of him. And then I say one more thing is that, to be honest, wait, no, that's about it. Sorry, I was looking at something.
Is that all?
For me, it is.
What about you, Fragger?
I mean, I was really surprised when I saw that there was a goal for Paddington. I feel like they should that probably
You
at
were
least lifted the
surprised, but
spirits.
wasn't that your prediction?
It was my prediction, but it was an unlikely prediction. It probably lifted some spirits, despite them having many heavy losses, and especially today, 8 goals difference.
Interesting. Well, it's time for your analysis of the game.
All right.
So,
Just to get confirmation on
I
itself.
believe, Fragger, you have an analysis of the game.
Yeah. Let's just check
You
if
will
it's
go
up on the
first
screen.
on our lovely new touchpad, Nova Sports touchpad. So, I believe it is on
All right,
now.
it is
so
on.
Go ahead.
All right. So we
Fragger?
start here, right on the right side of the pitch. He's free to make the pass. He waits to get pressured. He makes the pass. They should have done a lot better there. It's not letting me pause. Okay.
It's not
I
like
can't pause the video. Nice.
Try
One sec, let me refresh. I'll refresh.
having some technical difficulty, guys.
All right. Let's see if I can pause now. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Okay. So you see here,
Yeah.
that should have been an interception. Right here. First mistake from Paddington.
Yeah.
Should have been an interception right off the bat. He's been pressured by 2 players. They're not so. A mistake on the other team as well, on Kirkby, because they have 2 people going for 1 ball. They could have had one starting to make a run or dropping back because they saw that a Paddington player was going into it first. But he failed to get it, which is their first mistake. Yeah, you see, he got it, but he lost it on the touch when he should have just cleared it straight away. And then we just see Kirkby's now on the wing. But look at all this space. They have no one pressuring. This guy's getting back way too late. They have no one pressuring. Look at all this open space. He decided to go for the cross, but he could easily cut inside and make it an easier make it easier for himself, or even get a shot off.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's see what happens if I undo everything. All right, there we go. So he's able to carry on. The Paddington player stops. That's very poor work rate. Very poor work rate. He should be putting on the pressure. He has zero pressure on him right now. If I was him, I would have cut inside because there's zero pressure.
Yeah.
He plays it in, and he's able to get they're able to get the header off. It's a 3v2 in the box. Kirkby's out of a disadvantage. But all the Paddington players completely time the header wrong. They're way too forward. The ball's landing here, and they're expecting it to come shorter. All of them. No one's covering behind the Kirkby player, so it's a free header. And then I can't tell if I'm pretty sure that turned out to be a goal, but we can't tell because the clip cuts short. But it's just that there's no pressure on the attackers whatsoever. And so they can just freely do whatever they want. And that's the main mistake. They just aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing. There's no one covering the wings. They have free real estate.
Very interesting analysis from you, Fragger. Very in-depth as well. So, over to the next clip. I believe that is you done with that piece of analysis. Very interesting analysis. Epic Insul, I believe you have some analysis you are wanting to do.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Well,
so the clip here, we have a no fair play from Kirkby. And let's get this clip rolling. Not much stopping for this clip as we don't need to see it, but this is a drop ball. So he boots it up. It gets past the Paddington defender. Then they get the shot off, and it goes right over the goalkeeper. And you can see with the big. Let me point this out for you. There's a big red exclamation point over his head. And if you don't know an ECL, that means he lagged. So then what Kirkby decides to do is that they decide not to fair play it, which I think is a very kind of like scumbaggy move. Because first of all, it's Paddington. You don't need to treat them like this. They're already not that good anyway. But what I heard from the other players I was watching the game, they said they were calling them Scum FC. There's some feud between the teams. But honestly, I meant to say this earlier, but I'll just relate it to the clip, is that Kirkby really is not as good as I think they are. Like, I'm being dead serious. And I think that has a lot to do with this clip because they have a lot of confidence. Yeah, but they as we said, it's good to go in with a lot of confidence, but they were just playing like scumbags, really. Especially with this fair play clip. Again, they shot probably about, I'm just exaggerating, they shot about 50 times and scored like 6 or 7? I forgot the score, but still, I believe this is still just a very scumbag move, and it's wrong for Kirkby to do this, especially against Paddington.
Very interesting analysis again. Epic Insult, thank you. We have the next clip, which both of you can work together here to analyze. Yeah. So
I'll let Josh start with it. And
one
I'll
of you can
what he
control
says.
it, and both of you can both talk about it together and argue away, or agree away, of course. So
I haven't watched this clip, so we're just going to go into it out of the blue.
All right. Yeah.
So right off the bat, we see. So there's already a ball coming in. 2 defenders running for one. So pretty sure this is Telly. Yeah, he's doing fine. He should continue running this way. Maybe watch out for the other attacker coming through. But the thing is, if this guy's going for the ball and this guy's going for the ball, what happens to this guy if they fail to get possession? I feel like Kirkby were double teaming balls too many times when they should have left it for someone else. So you see, he's still chasing after the ball, and you see they're able to run. They take the shot, and that's just very, very. That's horrible keeping. Very, very bad keeping. It's a really low and weak shot. You can save it by just pressing X and taking a touch. But he misses the ball completely. You can see him miss the ball. It's not that it went through him. You can see him go right beside him. That's a very weak and horrible shot. They got the goal, but Kirkby, this is a huge mistake by Kirkby. This should never happen. and against a better opposition, they would get completely dominated if they play this way.
Epic Insult, do you have anything to say about this cup?
Yeah, I mean, the obvious point is that was horrible goalkeeping, at the moment, and it was just embarrassing for Tekesh. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad to see Kirkby, get scored on by Paddington. It's very good to watch. But besides that, I feel like this is one of the better plays shown by Paddington, but it also shows their kind of. Hey, let's just replay this.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Yeah, as you can see, he takes this shot and takes it all the way out. Sorry, let me get a better color. Takes it all the way from out here and then decides to lower it, shoots a very low into the middle. Shoots a very low shot in the middle, which obviously not the best shot to take. But Tekesh, because of his unlucky, quote-unquote, goalkeeping, we could see it went in. Obviously, I don't think this was the best shot to concede to, but I'm glad to see it, glad to see a Paddington goal.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just want to continue on from that. In the first place, this shot, you just have to wonder what was his thought process with this shot. Because if you're shooting from out here, you're not going to take this kind of shot. It's really simple for keeper. Any keeper will get this 99.99% of the time. Here, he didn't. But so let's see what his options were. And that's the thing. You see very poor work rate from the Paddington players. Let me just try and erase everything. Okay, it doesn't let me. All right, I'll just draw over it. So you have one Paddington player here, completely wide open, and I would say he's in a better position for a shot because he has more control over how much power he wants to put onto it. But here, I feel like you can't really put too much power. You're kind of more limited. So I'd rather take the shot from here than from where the shot taker's position is. And you see Kirkby, another defensive error. They have all three of their defenders here. Okay, he's doing fine. He's marking. This guy's challenging for the ball. But what about this? There's nothing here. The better option would have been to pass here. They got the goal, but that wouldn't happen in any other game.
Yeah. So clearly you both think it was a very poor goal for Kirkby to concede and is very worrying. Anyway, that is enough of the touchpad, and very good analysis from you two lads, so thank you for that. What do you think the future for these two clubs are? As where do they go from now? Is what I'm trying to say.
Obviously, to be honest, Kirkby, I think is going to stay middle of the board. And Paddington, I believe, is still. I really don't think there's going to be any change for these two teams. I mean, maybe Kirkby can get a better foot in the door. Now that they've scored 7, they keep on scoring every game. But it's just the competition they have isn't exactly right with them because they're either beating teams by 7 or losing by the same amount.
What about you, Frag? What's next?
I believe Frag's in the pooper.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Fragger has been called up by his daughter. Fragger's daughter called him because because
the toilet was clogged.
Oh yeah, Fragger's daughter rang for him to pick her up from ballerina because she is being bullied because of Fragger's genetics. Anyway, I believe this is all we have time for here in Nova Sports. I appreciate your company, Fragger and Epic, and it's all brilliant punditry from you. It was a pleasure, and this has been Nova Sports for Friday night football, ECL football to be exact. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in tonight, and we will see you soon.
See you later.
Over and out.